Welcome to the Talentrix channel. Talentrix, we driven to explore talents from students in podcast industry. Do listen our audio-visual blogs in Kannada, English and in Hindi. Do subscribe and press the bell button for regular updates. My dear friends, today's topic is comet. A comet is a ball of mostly ice that moves around in outer space. Comets are often described as dirty snowballs. They are very different from asteroids. Oh, why am I telling all this? Preksha is with me today to tell this. Let's hear what interesting things are being told.
Hello everyone, I am Preksha from Govt Adarsha Vidyalaya, Dharwad. Have you heard about a comet? Yes, a comet is an icky small solar system body that forms and begins to release gases when passing close to the sun with a process called outgassing. This produces an extended gravitationally unbound atmosphere or coma surrounding the nucleus and sometimes a tail of gas and dust gas blown out from the coma. These comets have been referred to as dirty snowballs. They may yield important clues about the formation of our solar system. Comets may have brought water and organic compounds, the building blocks of life, to the early Earth and other parts of the solar system. Comets orbit the Sun. When these comets are frozen, they are the size of a small town. Imagine how big they are. As a rule of thumb, comets' size are about 10 km in diameter. Do you know the first ever known comet? Yes, it is Halley's Comet. This Halley is about 16 times 8 times 8 km. Hale-Bopp was one of the biggest comets ever seen, with the diameter twice that of Halley. All these comets are oddly shaped. Wait, we just mentioned the names of comets, right? But how are these named? Comets are either named after the discovery team or of one of two individual members of team. Well, that makes sense. Okay, now let's see where these comets are likely to be found. Comets can be found in two places. One is some far beyond the edge of solar system called Oort cloud. Another is beyond Neptune in a region called Kuiper belt. Ooh, that's far. Did you know that comets are named by the IAU? Yes, that's true. Well, now everyone's having a question in their mind. What's that question? Haha. Well, how do comets look like, right? Come on, let's see. The comets have two separate tails. One looks white and is made of dust. Another looks bluish and is made of electrically charged gas molecules or ions. The comets have two tails because escaping gas and dust are influenced by the sun in slightly different ways and the tails point in slightly different directions. Okay, do you know the smallest part of a comet? It is a nucleus. The first comet was known to be found above Nuremberg. Also, Chinese astronomers recorded the first comet, the Halley's Comet. The parts of the comets are the nucleus, the coma, the iron tail, and the dust tail. There is a special comet named Manx Comet. Wait, why are we calling it a special comet? Its speciality is it doesn't have a tail. It's named after the famous tailless cat, the Manx. A comet is so big. They range from a few miles to tens of miles wide. The small comets orbiting the Sun are classified as comets or asteroids or meteoroids. The famous successful discoverer of comet of all the time was Jean Louis Pons. The second most famous one was William Robert Brooks. The first woman to discover comets was Caroline Herschel. The comets were first seen in England in 1066 CE. Let's see some facts about comets. Comets are in the same orbit as our planets. Comets' orbits are elliptical. Comets are carried from the early formation of the solar system about 4.5 billion years ago. The comets were discovered by telescope. Do you have an idea about how fast are the comets? When the comet is far from the sun, it travels at about 2000 miles per hour. As it gets closer to the sun, it increases its speed at over 10,000 miles per hour. When it approaches the sun, its icky body begins to melt, releasing gas and dust. Wait a minute. Do they actually melt? No, they do not melt in a strict sense of becoming liquid. The longest comet orbit is Comet Hayatu with an orbital period of 70,000 years. The biggest comet is Comet Bernardinelli Bernstein. The first comet was named after Edmund Halley. The comet is 52,48,505 kilometers far from Earth. Though it's that far, 15 million ago, a 5,000 feet asteroid hit Earth, causing destruction in many places. Now, let's see how comets are born and their lifespan. When the gravity of a massive passing body, such as a star, becomes powerful enough, large pieces of ice are drawn away from the cold and toward the sun. As the ice ball approaches the sun's radiation begins to melt some of the ice that makes up the comet. Comets have a natural lifespan of 5 to 7 years. Why do comets change color? That's because of changes in coma particle size as comets approach the sun, decrease in the ice or dirt ratio in coma grains as comets approach the sun, and or phase reddening. Also, we see comets, right? But why do we? The comet doesn't give any light of its own. We think it's the light from the comet, but it's not. It's actually a reflection of our sun's light. But why do they glow green if it's our sun's reflection? The coma, the glowing atmosphere around the comet head or nucleus, has high concentrations of diametic carbon and cyanogen made of bonded carbon and nitrogen. As this compound is illuminated by the sun, it glows green in the visible light spectrum. Okay, but the biggest doubt is now clear. Wait, there's another question. Do these comets affect weather? An impact winter is a hypothesized period of prolonged cold weather due to the impact of a large asteroid or comet on the Earth's surface. So, they do affect our Earth and our weather. Well, the comets appear blue. Why? The ultraviolet light ionizes the neutral gas blown off the comet, and the solar wind carries these ions straight out from the sun to form the ion tail, which typically glows blue. Well, that's meaningful now. Okay, hopefully, I think these words helped. So, by this short information, I'd like to conclude my words. Thank you, everyone.
My dear friends, I hope You all like today's video? Then see you again in the next video with another new topic. Thank you. For more updates, do visit www.talentrix.co.in.